So we now know the two clubs that will make up this year's EFL Championship final. Leeds United up against Southampton. But who's actually going to go to the Premier League? Well, behind me there should be 100 simulations of this year's EFL Championship final. And I'm going to showcase you the results. And they're coming at you next. So I talked back once again with another simulation video. Today we're going to take a look at the EFL Championship. Leeds United up against Southampton at Wembley, and we'll get to that in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for the championship is right here under one Rooski. Of course, I've simulated the final 100 times, in fact, in excess of 100 times, and I'm going to showcase you just what happened in those simulations in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash your subscribe, boys and girls. But right here, right now, let's of course have a little dip our toe into the world of Football Manager. All right, then first and foremost, we're going to take a little look at the highest scoring gains in these simulations to kind of give you a little bit of insight at what we saw or what I saw whilst I was running this experiment. So of course, Leeds were on actually Southampton were on the receiving end of at least one heavy defeat, 4-0 win in favour of Leeds United. On the flip side, Saints were also victorious against Leeds, 4-1 in the end in a 5-goal thriller there. But that wasn't the most goals in the game, of course. I did encounter a 7-goal thriller in favour of Leeds, as of course the Ellen Road outfit came out on top on that one. So that's of course a glimpse into, of course, the goals. Let's take a look then at Southampton and their goal scorers then, shall we? We're going to reveal them from bottom to top. They're coming at you in a bit of a random order, of course, so I'll have the joys of combining the best players from both, or the highest scoring players from both Southampton and Leeds into a top 10 shortly. But right here, right now, let's go through the scorers, starting with at the bottom there. We scored 124 goals, the Saints, over the course of these 100 and some. I think it's 107 experiments, something along those lines, of course. Ross Stewart, of course, injury throughout the season, a big purchase it was over the summer for Southampton from Sunderland, but I don't think he really played any games. If he did, he played very little. Stevens got himself 3 goals from the back there. Larios, his name is in there, but no goals to his name. The reason his name is in there is more than likely he got himself a red card. Dozy got himself a couple of goals as well. Walker Peters from the back got 1 goal. We got Ryan Fraser from out wide, chipping in with a couple of goals there. There were 2 own goals from Leeds players in the back of the net for Saints in these experiment here. Joe Aribo from midfield, 1 goal for him. Stuart Armstrong with 10. He's at double digits there, the first double-digit man to showcase his goal-scoring exploits. 10 for him. Joe Mara, is it Joe Mara? I'm not sure on this first name, but Mara got himself 6 goals for the Saints. Flynn Downs from midfield, just the 3. Now the question I ask you now is, did he get more goals or more red cards to his name? We'll reveal that in a minute, of course. Che Adams with 23. There we go. A statement goal scorer there for the simulations, as Che Adams chalks in with 23. Alcaraz got himself 11. Sulemana also chipping in with 20. Look at that. Oh, wow. Ryan Manning, of course, chief penalty guru, I discovered over the course of the simulations. 10 goals for him. We got Smallbone. I really like him. Quality little player in midfield for the Saints. He got 5. Bednarek got 2. But top bills, it is Adam Armstrong. But he doesn't get top bills here. He's second behind Che Adams for the goal scorers. Let's take a look at Leeds then, shall we? Of course, and their goal scorers. We're going to start right at the bottom there. Can we remember what Southampton scored? Well, the Leeds got 136 goals for their efforts over the course of this simulations. Now, quick glimpse at that graphic shows that Leeds do have a lot less goal scorers. So maybe a couple of more players got more goals. Now, I want a bit of a disclaimer here. There is one massive weirdness in this simulation, and his name will come up here shortly. Now, this is a vanilla, straight out the box sort of simulation. I don't even know if I had the update, but this player is not at Leeds. In fact, he's playing his football at Swindon Town. When his name comes up, I'll talk about it, but he did very well. And then we'll talk about if we were to remove him from the simulation, and I'll explain it in a minute. So anyway, Spence, again, this is another guy. I don't think he's actually at Leeds. If he is, I can't really remember him playing. Let me know, Leeds fans. Shackleton got himself 2 goals. Ampadu got 4. Skrunjic got himself 3 as well. Dan James, 11 goals from out wide. There was 3 own goals from the Saints, putting in the back of the net there, giving Leeds a goal there. Joe Roden, not Joe Ron. Is it Joe Roden? Not Joe Rogan, Joe Rodon. They're chipping in with 7. Wow. Ayling, of course, he's on the books, I think, at Middlesbrough. So that's another weird one. So there's a few players that were representing clubs that may or may not be anywhere near these teams at the moment. Gruev got himself 9 goals. He actually scored in the game against Norwich the other day. McGurk, here he is. Who the fuck is this guy? McGurk, 17 goals. What the shit? I would have just let it go otherwise, but I wanted to make a statement because he is quite prominent in these rankings here. So McGurk, 17 goals. I don't know who the heck he is. I know he plays for Swindon now on a permanent. So have Swindon got themselves a gem or what? Or, you know, so yeah. And if we were to remove his 17 goals, I think we're talking about 119 goals. But the kid there doesn't appear to be anything special. But he's chipped in with fucking 17 goals. Anyway, Cooper's got himself 6. Perot just the 5. Wow. Anthony got himself 9. But the main man there, look at that. Notto with 43. Somerville with 11 at the top end of the table. Let's take a look at the red mist now. I think it's the red mist. Red cards. There was 15 in total, both Leeds and Southampton combined. James got himself 1 red card. Gruev with 1. Gnotto got himself 1 card, red card as well. Larios, there he is with 1. Sulemana got himself 1 red card as well. Ayling with 2 red. Manning with 3, but no one could stop him. He's on his own. It's Flynn Downs with 5 red cards. So what we're looking at, I think Southampton got 10 of those 15 reds combined. Now, if we're going to look at the top 10 goal scorers between the two sides combined, I think we all know Willie Notto is the main man. But how does it feature in, of course, the top 10? So it's 10th spot. It is Stuart Armstrong with 10 goals. Well done to him. Into 9th spot, also with 10 goals, is Ryan Manning. He's made, some good goals from the Perry spot. It's 8. Dan James squeaks above them, though, with 11. Somerville alongside him with 11 goals as well. So as we've revealed, 4, 2 Leeds, 2 Southampton. Nice, evenly matched in the top 10. There's Alcaraz also with 11 goals to make it very much in favour of Southampton now as we reveal 5 players. 3 of them have been the Saints. There he is, McGurk. Fucking can't get rid of him. Like a bad penny, like a bad smell. He's there. He makes it even Steams as well. Then it's Sulemana with 20. There's Armstrong with 21. There's Che Adams with 23. And we're looking at 6 to the 3 at the moment. And of course, we all know top man is Notto. So, despite the fact that he's chipped in with more goals and the fact that Leeds have scored more goals, the top 10 goal scorers, 6 go in favour of the Saints, 4 go in favour of Leeds United now. But am I just talking out my arse? Am I just trying to sweeten the deal here? Well, I could be. But I could tell you right here, right now, of course, I've been doing these simulations all week, across the playoffs, across some European competitions, even the Euros. This one, I think, was the closest in regards to straight up and down. Now, this should be, where are we here? This should have a big fat L here, not a W. So we'll quickly just change that just for my argument's sake. So here we go. So that should be win-loss 90, etc. So here we go then. Here's the results, the bare facts here. So we simulated 107 games, of course, between these two sides in that playoff final. And, of course, the results are thus. Saints picking up 49 wins, Leeds 58. Just what we're looking at here. I think it's 9 difference. Is that right? 9 difference between the two sides? My maths is not great. So just 9 difference. So it is going to be a close encounter. That's what the supercomputer says. Of course, we can confirm that with the defeats right there. Within the 90 now, let's take a look at the games that ended in 90 minutes. There was 73 of them. So 73 out of the 107 ended within 90 minutes. And Saints picking up 35 wins, Leeds 38, even finer margins between those two sides, just 3 difference. Again, going in favour of Leeds United. What about extra time now? Of course, games going beyond that 90-minute mark. We're looking at around about 30 going beyond that, of course. So that's, when I say going beyond, I mean that means extra time penalties. So 13 of the remaining 30 or so ended within extra time, and they ended up in favour of the Saints. Look at that, 7-6. Wow. Of course, Southampton finally getting the benefit of the doubt within extra time. What about pens now? There was 21 games ending in penalty shootouts between these two sides. And, of course, it is lopsided way in favour of Leeds. 14-7, 2-1, basically go in favour of Leeds. Now, if we can combine those numbers together, 34 games ended within extra time and penalties beyond 90 minutes. And, of course, it is split. Leeds, 20 of those games. Saints, 14. And, of course, we already know about the goals. So there you have it. The supercomputer has spoken, and it says that Leeds will just about nick this one. Of course, that's what the supercomputer says. Of course, what I say will be in a completely separate video, and of course, that's coming on the channel very, very soon. But what do you think? Is the supercomputer talking out his arse, or have the Saints got a real chance at this one? To me, I honestly think it's going to be quite close, just like the supercomputer says. It could even be down to a coin flip. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today, guys. Make sure you smash your like, smash your subscribe. Of course, we will look to do some more simulations in the future, of course. And if you like them, make sure you let me know down below, comments and all that kind of jazz. I'll see you soon. Till then, we are done.